Hello everyone, AmyR here with Prairie Paper and Ink. More Christmas cards using the brand new Leafy Christmas tree wafer dies. And this time I thought I would show die cutting with my Gemini machine. So this is the biggest one. There's the Gemini Junior, the Gemini Go. The Gemini machine takes plates. Their cutting plates are like 9 by 12 or something like that. And the only reason people keep asking if I still use my Gemini machines, I totally do. I just don't show them in videos because this machine is massive and it needs to plug in, etc. It just takes up too much room. However, I wanted to show it today and I'm using the machine with the Gemini Junior plates because I wish I had known this before I got the Gemini and the Gemini Junior. You only need the one machine. If you have the Gemini Junior, that's great. But if you get the Gemini, you can use the big plates when you want to do a ton of die cutting or very, very large wafer dies. Or you can use it with just the Junior plates, which is what I'm doing here, just to show that it works. Because I've been asked that. So I have the Leafy Christmas tree wafer dies. And then I've cut out a bunch of cardstock. And then my sandwich is cutting plate, the Gemini Junior metal shim, the plastic shim, the magnetic shim. And then I'm going to place 2 of the wafer dies face up, like die cutting side up, the cardstock, and then the cutting plate. And then you can put it through this way, or if you want to, cut face down, you can flip it around and cut it upside down. It honestly doesn't matter. It's recommended in this order by the manufacturer, whichever works for you. So that's what I'm doing. Obviously, since I was cutting 3 large wafer dies, I could have just used the Gemini cutting plates, like the 9 by 12 ones. But like I said, I just wanted to show that the Junior plates, that's how they work. You just put them through sideways like this, and it works great. So because I have the metal shim in here, these dies, as intricate as they are, cut like butter through the cardstock. I don't have to fiddle with it. Everything just pops out perfectly. So I'm going to die cut multiple pieces with I just random green cardstocks from my stash. I just kind of went through and just picked out basically 3 different shades of green because I thought it would look kind of pretty to have a light, a medium, and a darker green shade. And then I die cut obviously multiples because as always, especially when I'm doing Christmas cards, it's like, why do one when you can do multiples? And with a card like this, it's actually kind of easy with these wafer dies to do tons. So I have all of my little leafy portions cut. And then I trimmed down some Tonic Silver Strokes Gray Kraft card. It has the nice silver foil strips. I thought that would be really nice for Christmas. And then to adhere these Leafy Christmas tree layers, I just used little dots of Kraft tacky glue. I'm not coating the whole thing. There's no need for it. I just put dots here and there. I'm not too, crazy with it. I don't want all of it, like every part to be adhered down because, they can pop up a little bit. Gives it that little extra bit of dimension and kind of looks sort of fun. And then I also kind of alternated which layer went down first, just again to kind of give them a different look, mix it up a little bit. And I was just curious to see how these would look. So I followed this same process, just like I do with all the other cards I show where I'm making multiples of. I do everything at once. So I did all my die cutting, at once. And then all my adhering at once. And then for these, you could just leave them as is, but I wanted to add trunks to them. I thought that would just be a cute little extra. So I trimmed down just some Simon white wood grain cardstock. Just cut 4 little rectangles is all I did. And then I'm just blending some gathered twigs distress ink onto it with a little mini ink blending tool. And I'm just using my jewel picker to kind of hold the little rectangles of cardstock just so I don't get fingerprints all over or get the ink on my fingers and then get that brown ink, smeared anywhere on my cards. So I just blended the ink onto what will become these little trunks, letting some areas be a little lighter, giving it that little extra bit of dimension as well. And I did this 4 times because I actually did die cut enough and cut down enough of everything to make 4 cards, just back to back. Again, why not? So after I had blended the trunks, I'm just going to slip each one kind of in between those leaves. That's also where it was nice that I didn't adhere down every little bit of those leafy Christmas trees. So it was just easy to add the adhesive. But if you were going to adhere, I would put the trunk down first, then adhere everything. As always, most of my crafting, everything's just an afterthought. So I just applied the adhesive and then just kind of slipped that right under there and then pressed it into place. So now I've got my little Christmas trees, and you could almost just leave them like that. Like, you don't need to embellish. You don't even really need to add a sentiment. I think they just, the texture and the color and then like the foil background, it just works if you want to go a little more clean and simple. But of course, one, I need to add a sentiment, and I also got to add some embellishment. So for my sentiments, I'm just using the Holiday Greetings Mix 1 stamp set yet again. Can't get enough of this set. This is definitely my 2019 go-to Christmas sentiment set. So I have this Season's Greetings stamp from the set. I originally I was going to just kind of stamp everything on one line and then just trim it with my paper trimmer. But then I realized it was a lot longer than I was expecting, and I could only fit 2 on one line. And like I said, I'm making 4 cards. So instead, I just end up stamping them one on top of the other, basically. So I used my anti-static powder tool first on this black cardstock, brushed off the excess. I'm stamping the sentiments with Simon's clear embossing ink. And then I'm going to heat emboss these sentiments with detail white embossing powder. And then rather than use my paper trimmer to trim these out, because I didn't stamp them like perfectly straight, I just trimmed them out with my scissors. You know, since they have that nice border already on the stamp, I just kind of followed the border and left a little bit of an edge of the black cardstock, and it's good to go. Like, works just fine. So yeah, melted it all, let it cool down for a few seconds, trimmed it out with my scissors, and then I backed all of them with a piece of Simon's Big Mama foam tape, just to be able to easily adhere them over top of all of these trees. So once I have those adhered, I'm going to basically add ornaments, because of course I want to decorate my trees. Again, you could leave them as is and it just works, but I have a ton of embellishments in my little studio here. So I used some Lucy's Glossy Berry Mix pearls. And then I have some Studio Caudia Lemon Burst pearls and Silver Foil pearls. And I'm going to place a whole bunch of these all over these trees, all the different sizes, kind of mix them up just to give them, of course, some ornaments. And then this is also why I just fell in love with this die set, because then I'm like, all my embellishments, I could make so many of these, and you just mix up the different embellishments, like sequins, little crystals, all the different little shape crystals I have, the different sequins, all those things. Like, you could just go to town and really like decorate all these little trees. Like, how fun. Do all different sorts of color combos. Like, my mind, of course, as usual, is going again and like do different shades of green for the trees, all those things. So much fun. So I just, after I'd kind of placed, you know, my pearls where I wanted them, I was just using little dabs of Kraft tacky glue in my jewel picker to adhere them into place. And then I set them all aside. I want to stamp a sentiment, of course, on the inside of my card bases, which are just heavyweight white cardstock. And I'm going to use more sentiments from the Holiday Greetings Mix 1. And I have my Simon grid transparency here, so I can line up, because I'm actually going to line up several of the stamps in that set to spell out all my sentiments, so that it'll say, wishing you a cheerful Christmas and Happy New Year. So once I got those lined up on the grid transparency, I remove the transparency, and then I'm just inking up the sentiments with Simon's green leaf ink, or green apple ink. I forget which one I used. I think I used green leaf ink. So inked everything up with that ink and then stamped it onto the inside of all the cards. That's why I used the Misty for this, so I could just do all 4 card bases at once. Just ink up, stamp, remove the card, stick in the next one, you know, repetitive, everything all at the same time. So once I've got the insides of all of these cards stamped with the sentiment, all I need to do is adhere all of the card fronts to the cards. Again, just using my Kraft tacky glue. So I'm going to adhere all of these card fronts to the card bases, and I'd cut down those card fronts to be slightly smaller than the A2 size. So it just gives it that little bit of a white border and just kind of ties everything together. So after I get all those adhered, these cards are going to be complete. So as always, I will have a link below the video to my blog post. I will also have a supply list with links to all the supplies I use, so you can check that out below in the description box as well as on my blog. It'll be the very first link in the description box, is always directly to the blog post that goes with this video. so you can find everything you might be looking for. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing and thumbs upping and commenting. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all very soon in the next video. Bye.